Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. This past Tuesday, December 6th, it was reported in the mainstream media that Donald Trump fired Michael G. Flynn from his transition team, the son of Mike Flynn, who will be Donald Trump's national security advisor. Think about it. Donald Trump, you're fired. This is a tribute to The Apprentice and a mocking of the masses. This is another story about Pizzagate, the psychological operations designed for the online truth community to trap them in a lie. Pizzagate, again, is a psychological operations. If you do not know what a psychological operations is, please look into it. In the U.S. Army Field Manual, it describes what a psychological operations is. Essentially a piece of propaganda put out to steer people within society for the sake of agenda. This psy-op is meant to target the community that is a real threat to the military, propaganda, warmongering empire that we live in, known as the United States of America. The people online who are speaking truth, who are spreading information, they are the biggest threat to this military cartel. And within this community, there are a lot of gullible Christians, a lot of gullible right-wing sheep who voted for Donald Trump, a lot of gullible people who think Hillary Clinton or Bill Clinton are killers when they're nothing more than puppet stooges. This Pizzagate was made for that segment of the truth community. They knew that the dumb sheep within the community would fall for this very obvious hoax, and then they would be able to demonize that lower functioning element within the truth community and provide the beginning of a narrative for why the internet needs to be censored and people such as myself need to be prosecuted for speaking truth. You know, I'm someone who never fell for Pizzagate. I saw what it was from the beginning, just like I've always seen what this online truth community is the whole time I've been here. And part of the reason I started speaking out is because I saw how sad the online truth community is. It's mostly a bunch of clueless fools who need to shut it down. A lot of Alex Jones wannabes out here. You see Alex Jones pimping Pizzagate, just like how he always pimps out the false bullshit, the false fear, the needless anxiety. So many of these truth channels are no better than your mainstream media, which is always lying to you and scaring you and giving you false threats. I never do that on this channel. I just show you the truth and what's being done to us and how the powers that be, the Freemasons, the Jesuits, the Zionists, how they're controlling our mind's eye with their media weapons. I've done several videos now on Pizzagate. Here's the latest. Let's look at how they've coded the exact same numbers, the numbers of the psychological operations, into this latest headline from December 6th, Donald Trump firing Michael G. Flynn. Keep in mind, in the U.S. Army Field Manual, it's Rule 33-1 that explains what the Psychological Operations Program is. 33-1, it's always 33 coded into divisive propaganda, from false flag shootings to false terrorist attacks to daily ISIS propaganda, what used to be the Al-Qaeda propaganda. It's always been structured around the same numbers, always coming back to 33, the number of Freemason obsession. So they're saying Michael was fired. As we read the article, they'll make a point how Michael shut down his Twitter at 3:30 p.m. Michael equals 33. He's been fired. Donald Trump's line from The Apprentice, "You're fired." Fired 33. Just want to point out that the words punish, deserve, reward all have gematria of 33. He's been punished. He's been fired from the transition team. Pizza equals 33, like gate. They've said that Hillary Clinton, this puppet stooge, she's running this child sex trafficking ring through the pizza shop in Washington, D.C. Understand this. The man who runs that pizza shop, pretty certain he works for the CIA, a government asset, and he's just playing his part. Having the Instagram that's credited to him with the creepy pictures, now going on NPR and the national media talking about how the internet needs to be censored, people need to be prosecuted, there needs to be new laws to get people who hide behind these screen names on YouTube and Twitter, etc. You know, he's laying out the exact narrative for what this psychological operations agenda known as Pizzagate is all about. So again, Pizzagate, both words 33, Clinton 33, Order 33, Federal 33. This is the pizza shop in Washington, D.C. Let's not forget that Washington, D.C. equals 137, which is the 33rd prime number. Headquarters of the federal government, 33. Masonry, 33. Secrecy, 33. The Freemasons believe in order out of chaos, and they stage propaganda to create chaos so that they can bring the order out of it, such as censoring the internet. The chaos right now is all the truther sheep, if you will, the ones who voted for Donald Trump, who thought he was an outsider. The only way you could have possibly thought that is if you were a sheep listening to shills who are abundant in this community. Should have been listening to me the whole time, showing you how Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump making news by the numbers every day. Two puppet stooges for the New World Order agenda. Masonry, 33. Secrecy, 33. James Elefantis, the pizza shop owner, his name's 33. With the S exception, his name's 42, and he's 42 years old right now, like Freemason, like Zionism. Very important numbers to the gang. James Elefantis also sums to 45. This news comes after the election of the 45th president, or should I say selection, by the numbers. You know, Donald Trump, you got the real pervert out here, connected to the Jesuits, who are the real ring that's responsible for child trafficking and pedophilia all throughout the world. You know, you got all these Christian Republican sheeple, which is the majority of the online truth community, and they think Donald Trump's so great as he talks about how he wants to fuck his daughter. What could be more perverted and disgusting? The Apprentice, by the way, debuted January 8th, 2004, a date with 33 numerology. Go figure. So here we go. How old do you think Michael G. Flynn is right now? Who wants to take a guess? Michael G. Flynn is 33, who just got fired. Just another coincidence, I'm sure. As for that big G in the middle of his name, Big G is what's in the middle of the Freemason compass and square, the gang that believes in divide and conquer, order out of chaos, the gang that runs this world that's often called the Illuminati, the New World Order. Big G represents 42. It also represents 33. In Francis Bacon gematria, lowercase a through z is 1 through 26. Uppercase a through g is 33. Or excuse me, uppercase a through z is 27 through 52. Big G is 33. You know, it's the seventh letter G, so your lowercase letters are 1 through 26. Big A is 27. Take it up to Big G, it's 33. Michael G. Flynn fired over the Pizzagate tweets. So then in this article, they talk about how Mike Pence denied that this man was ever a part of the transition team, but then other people confirmed that he was actually a part of the transition team. Why do they do this in the article? Just to remind you that these people are paid liars. You can't trust a word that comes out of their mouths. They'll just say whatever. The media, it's always playing games with us. It's letting us know the truth while mocking us constantly. That's how they operate. Again, it's these Zionist Jews who control your media, who call you a goy, which means something lesser. They think you're dumb. And they think you're dumb for a good reason. I mean, they keep giving you bullshit every day and you just keep eating it up. I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. That's what every goy said. I noticed the man they throw in this article, Miller, 33. How about it? Another 33, just for good measure. So, where is it at? Where do they tell us that his Twitter went dead at 3:30? Right here. It was not until shortly before 3:30 p.m. Monday that he went silent on Twitter. This is how I figured out gematria, guys. They're always reporting the same numbers again and again. If you just read articles, it's like, whoa, what's with these people in 33? There was a time when I didn't know gematria, but I was just saying, what is with this fake media and them always putting these same numbers in front of our face? So, the shooter's name, You know, they've been using these headlines of fake news, the online community that needs to be censored is making fake news. They said the shooter's name was Edgar Madison Welch, 84, like fake news, like Sunday. Remember, supposedly this armed gunman walked into the pizza shop wanting to investigate Pizzagate this past Sunday, December 4th. And as I pointed out, the real child molesters, the word molest equals 84. The real molesters in this world that run this as a gang, child trafficking, sex trafficking, it's within the Vatican, the Masonic order within the Catholic Church, it's the Jesuits, Jesuit 84. Donald Trump, the real pervert, is a Jesuit. His Jesuit training began in 1964. The United States of America, I often call them the Jesuit states. States 84, divide and conquer 84, United States of America 84. If you never read the book 1984, I recommend you read that one. Wake you up to where you live. The date this guy with the 84 name walked in to Pizzagate, Sunday, December 4th, 2016, was a date with 52 numerology. This is a government psy-op. Again, they are trying to target the real truth speakers who are a real threat to this tyranny, such as myself. The date he walked in was a date with 52 numerology, like the gematria of government. Donald Trump began his Jesuit training in 1964. 52 years before 2016. You see? He went to Fordham University, the Jesuit university that sums to 227. 227 is the 49th prime. In 2012, GQ magazine, which always codes out their articles with gematria, like all mainstream publications, they said James Alefantis, the pizza shop owner, was the 49th most powerful man in Washington, D.C. Think about how many powerful people are in Washington, D.C. How does a pizza shop owner become number 49? The reason why is because this guy, again, is a government asset, and this might have been his whole thing the whole time that they built him up and put his name out there. This planned operation to censor the internet. This is a very real thing that the real tyrants need to do. They need to shut down the truth speakers. They need to shut down the truth. That's why every day they bombard the world with lies and program the people with lies, because these people hate truth and they rule the world with lies. So anyway, James Alefantis, the 49th most powerful man, 227, the 49th prime. Think about pizza pie. Think about pi like you learned about in geometry class once upon a time. 227 is a number that's a tribute to pi. If you divide 22 by 7, you get the number 4 pi. If you write out 22 divided by 7 in gematria, it sums to 314. What's pi? 3.14. Show you something interesting about the number 144 and 666 and what it has to do with pi real quick. Pizzagate has gematria of 666, the number made infamous in Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible. The number 666 is known as the number of the beast. Some people also call it mark of the beast. Number of the beast equals 66. Revelation's the 66th book of the Bible. The verse about 666 begins with, here is wisdom. Here is wisdom equals 66. And, you know, some things could be coincidence. Zachary Hubbard equals 66. You know, I've shown the world how to calculate the number of the beast again and again. By learning to calculate these numbers, you can see how the beast system, the Masons, the Zionists, the Jesuits, they operate every day. Pizzagate, one of their traps. Anyhow, Revelation, final book of the Bible, talks about the number 144, talks about the number 666. If you add the first 144 decimal points of pi, they sum to 666. Easter Bunny equals 144. Santa Claus equals 666. These numbers have a very real relationship. Think about how those two things are used to dupe children into participating in a religion that's meant to control their mind. Just like the TV, just like money, just like all the things Freemasons own and operate. I'll remind you, TV equals 42. First printed Bibles, 42-line Bibles. The New Testament begins with the 42 generations to Jesus. New Testament equals 42. In Revelation, the beast rules for 42 months. Anyhow, mark of the beast, the other number for 666, or the other phrase, sums to 144. We just talked about how the first 144 decimal points of pi sum to 666. It's interesting that if you write out 22 divided by 7 equals pi, as it does, it sums to 144. Again, pi has to do with cycles and circles. These are numbers coded all the time. Pi, pizza, circles, pizzagate 666, ongoing recurring propaganda for agenda. I hope this is making sense how it all comes together. The Bible was written with gematria. Your news headlines are made every day with gematria. It's all about controlling your mind's eye. It's not hard to see what's going on here and who's responsible. 42-line Bibles, New Testament 42, Freemason 42, 42 generations to Jesus. I'll remind you, man writes books, man makes TVs, man makes news. Not God. God gave you the brain to see through all this bullshit. For one more 33, the word believe equals 33. And what's believe got right in the middle? A lie. That's what the Masons want you to do. Believe all the lies that they've drawn up for you and said, believe or else. Believe in this Bible or eternal hellfire. Believe in your country. Or, be a lesser. That's essentially what most people think in their heads. That's why they shun truth, and right away they'll just, defend their tyrannical government, all the lies they've given them their whole lives. Most people are just mind-controlled, programmed slaves. And proud to be. Got to change that, truth seeker. Until next time.